Did you guys get a lot of rain?
Yeah.
I love that rookie, huh?
I was nervous.
You sure you got that video? Not
Yeah.
when I did it. Motherfucker, yeah, okay, yeah, thoroughly, my friend. Trust me on that. The one good thing about it was we knew where they were.
Yeah. So if there's anything new, it's something else. Hello, friends. How are you? Sorry it's late. It's been a crazy morning. Stefan. Because you know I always have to call Stefan with a PH, Stefan. Yes, so Grandpa is doing fine. Oh, did Dan post? Did Dan post the video? Anyhow, or I don't know if you were okay, Dan posted the video. Okay. So I did a little introduction, gave my Patronians a sneak peek of what was to come this morning. So I didn't know if, God darn it. Sorry, somebody keeps calling me. Sorry, TikTok. Give me a minute. Sorry. Somebody keeps calling. I forgot to put on Do Not Disturb. I guess I can do it. Anyhow, so yes, that was scary. So I was gone getting my TMJ done, and on the way home, Dan's like, I need you to go get some wound wash. So I knew Grandpa had fallen because he told me that, but he didn't tell me about himself, right? So I come home and Dan's distraught. His shirt is like literally, my morning is going crappy, was drenched. And then I saw, Dan's bloody knuckles. And I was like, well, let me take care of you, let me clean you up. His knee is all like messy, and Dan's like, no, his knuckles are all skin. Scariest thing ever. Like how my heart broke when he showed me, Ed's fine, And that's the thing with caregivers, right? Is that dementia, their memories fade. For us, it stays there. For us, it's impactful, and for us, it's scary as shit. So it shows you how quickly it can change, how quickly something can happen, and it doesn't even, Dan was right with him. And you saw in the video, he's been holding onto his shirt, typically when they walk, just to kind of try to keep his balance. No, I came on live. I got him situated. He's at the table. There was he was sore underneath his right side rib area. So last night he was kind of like, God, he was complaining. And Ed's not a complainer. So we got a little nervous, called Dr. Dave just to say, is there anything on the right side that we should worry about? But Dan woke up this morning, and he's hurt. He's hurt, he's sore. And, he kind of toppled on Grandpa a little bit when he was trying to save him. Scary. It just shows you that you can be right next to him and shit can happen. They fell on the way back from the mailbox. And the ironic thing is he had called me, bitching at me because I left the garage open when I left for my appointment. But I had somebody doing my gutters. So it literally, like I was like, okay, I'm leaving. Garage is open. Evan needs to get in the garage. So he yelled at me, and then 5 minutes later, look what happened. So, they were okay. Dan's probably more shook up than Ed is. I've been around him this morning. He was up all night long. Grandpa didn't sleep all night long. Dan was worried. He was up all night long. Plus, he had an early morning court date. So, he, just to make sure he was okay, looking at his urine, to make sure that, there was no blood or anything like that. So, no, this morning I sat him down. I helped him get changed, and no complaints. I think early this morning when Dan saw him, and then I saw him about 7:30, and he said he was fine. So he's fine. I think it's Dan. You guys, that poor guy. It's so hard, you know, because once the adrenaline settles and everything dissipates, you know, that's when the emotions start flowing. And, you know, he was emotional yesterday. It was a really hard thing to see. And I hugged him, you know. I hugged him and I said, you know, I'm sorry, because I knew he just needed something, like he should have done to me the other day. And he started crying again. So unfortunately for us as caregivers, that emotion, that worry is there, where he's, you know, just chilling like, ow, what happened to me? So yes, scary fall. I knew he was gonna post it. He's at court, so I didn't know if he was gonna do it till, anyhow. So, yes, everything's fine. Ed appears to be fine. Had he been complaining like he did last night, I think it's muscular, only because when he gets up from like a sitting position or a laying position, that's when he feels it, right? And he fell on his right side, so to be expected. He's 91. You know what I mean? I fell a week ago, remember, at the casino, and my knees are still hurting. So, and I'm 49, so I can't imagine how but he's fine. Dan's fine, just shooken up. I took him pretty much he didn't sleep. Dan didn't sleep. He was too worried. So, mind I get over? No. Well, and if you saw, I started crying when he showed me the video, when he said, oh shit, Dan, what happened? You know, and the phone just happened to be right under his face. You know, that was fear. You know, those eyes, that was fear. That was being scared. You know, people use my tone like, oh, he's so petrified. No, that was petrified. That was scared, not my tone. He gets that look when he falls. He gets that look. He gets that look when he's in a room full of family even. And he gets concerned when he doesn't recognize faces. And he looks to me. He looks to Dan. Occasionally, he doesn't even see Mark. I remember that one time he saw me and he just, you know, I saw the panic. And I just sat by him and I said, everything's fine. You know, where am I going? You're going to come home with me. That type of thing, because that's fear. You know? All her toilet yesterday, I know. And so one of my friends had this experience with her brother-in-law. So they have this belt, I guess you can put on, where it's like there's handles on it instead of shirts that aren't going to do anything. So I think I'm going to order that today on Amazon. So at least, you know, because Dan always maneuvers him by his shirt. But that's not a good, the gate belt, is that what it is? Yeah, so I'm going to order one of those. My friend said she got it off of Amazon. So I'm going to order one today. And then, you know, he just, when they go for long periods, walks or whatever, he'll just have to put it on and hold them. Because at least, you know, you can really get a handle on it. Oh shit, down with the vid. It's still lurking, you guys. It's still out there. The vid. I have a friend who has it too. She said it's not as bad. Happy birthday, V. Frazier. Hi, Emily Jones. So yes, that was my excitement yesterday. TMJ relief. Come home to a catastrophe and a sad Dan, an upset Dan. Hi guys, how are you? A transfer belt also, yes. I saw the transfer belt. I don't like that as much as the other belt. So I think that's what we'll do. Yeah, it's hard. Yeah, but you know, Karen, you said that he does look for money. If you watch, his head is always down walking. He's never in his life that I've known him walked with his head up. And that's what I think, because he's in a constant state of, searching for something. So yeah, gate belt, I'll have to remember that. So I can order one today when I get off with you guys. It's kind of chilly today. I don't know what's going on. Haven't looked at the weather, but I guess I won't be doing much outside. So I do have to do some insurance stuff and all that stuff. I know, Jeb, it just shows you, you do, as caregivers, you just do the best you can. I cannot take everything out of my house. And I happened to move a couple rugs yesterday because I noticed one of them where he sits was starting to get in the way and he was scrunching it up. And so I happened, to, just see it before. And before that, I was like, I'm going to move 2 rugs that typically are out of his way, but sometimes can be troublesome. So I did that too. But you know what, you guys? You can't remove everything. I'm not going to remove my pets. Pets are a huge hazard, but we also can't live in fear. We already have enough worry. We already have enough fear, but we can't. I'm not going to get rid of my pets, right? I'm not going to get rid of my pets. It's a risk. He typically, what you have to realize is that the last couple falls he's taken have been outside. And mostly when he's falling in the house, it hasn't been over rugs, animals, or anything else that I have in my house. It's typically he shuffles. So he always clips those front toes of his. A walker, we have a walker here. He won't use it. Can't force him to use it. He doesn't think he needs it. So no, no, it just doesn't work. It's not that easy. So again, there's nothing that we can do that can prevent anything. Dan was literally next to him. And he tripped. He took a fall and he tumbles forward, took Dan with him. And it's inevitable. It's going to happen. It just happens. He's very independent. He doesn't wear slippers, Lisa, anymore. If you notice a lot of our evening videos, he's in socks or he has his shoes on. We took his slippers away a long time ago. So he's been without those for a while. I know, Debbie, and your mind's right? So it took you a long time with a normal, non-dimension mind. Oh shit, GSR. Yeah, Karen, it's so hard. There's no easy answers. You just have to do the best you can. That's it. You have to take the shit as it goes, think that wasn't any worse, and that he's still trudging along. That's it in these situations. So it's stressful. I'm sure Dan has PTSD. I'm sure, he's gonna want to put him in a, I don't know. I just got to get that belt. Day by day, minute by minute is all you can do in these situations. It's a tough beginning to Wiener Wednesday for sure. And, those are the things that, people, Dan was like, do you think, I just happened to be recording. I caught the end of it. And he said, should I show it? Is this something I should do? And I said, I think so. For the others, for the people who are doing this, for the people who have done it and feel guilt about not being there with a fall or being there and couldn't protect their loved one. I said, this is reality of dementia. This is the real life shit of doing what we do. I think for that, you're gonna get a lot of negativity, like you shouldn't be, whatever the shitheads wanna say about it. But the truth of the matter is, it happens when you're 2 millimeters away from him and you can't protect him. It happens. And so he's like, okay. And I said, just give a little precursor for it. But I think the people who have been through it the people who are going through it need to see it, right? They need to see it. It's real life. Yeah, bubble wrap. I know, Sylvie, it's horrible. Especially what got me, or, is when he was like, shit, Dan, what happened? He was on the floor. And those eyes. You guys, when I see his eyes like that, it just sends me emotionally. Because that is true fear. That is true fear. True fear. That's it. Hi Teresa, how are you? Hi Angelica, so sorry I was on a little bit late. I had to get Ed up and get him. Hi fat boy. I love it. Thank you for stopping by. So yeah, we've survived. We are gonna be yes, and he's on blood thinner. Yep, so you can imagine, I walked in and there was a trail of blood to my bathroom, not only from him, but from Dan. So I had to clean that up, and I'm still finding little specks and other places, but it's horrible, you guys. It's not fun. Yep, I turn my head for I know. It's so horrible, and you feel so bad. Dan feels like a horrible son. Feels like he failed his dad. And he was right there, and in the midst of trying to save him, probably hurt him a little bit more and hurt himself, I know, it was horrible. So that look, if you ever want to remember that look, that's fear when he was on the ground. That's being scared, that's that look that kills me. That was horrible. Anyhow, I don't want to talk about it. I did not pass out. Dan didn't cover his knuckles. It was kind of giving me squeamy. Nevertheless, I poured a big fat bottle of wine, not bottle of wine, a big fat glass of wine. After that, I was like, I was coming back. I finally got my relief from my TMJ. I was coming back to her, and then I came back and I was like, my neck is so sore too, just from the tension from last night. He hugged me back. I mean, it's not like I don't ever hug my husband, for Christ's sake, okay? Yeah. And you're thinking, what's happening? And then boom, you're like, shit. It's just gut-wrenching. It's gut-wrenching. So today is Wednesday. Happy hump day. We are exhausted. We were up, even though Dan was probably up more than me. I heard him up with his dad because I was also listening, because I was worried about his side. I didn't fall, but my dad did. I know, so quick. And then it breaks up just kills you, right? And then when the adrenaline dies down, Dan was home. He was drenched, from sweat. I walked in, I kind of giggled because I was like, Lord have mercy. Did you just get out of the shower? And then I saw his hands, hi Brent. And it was horrible. It was horrible. Yeah, Dan, he cried a lot last night. He even showed our Zoomies the video. He was really trying to deal with the emotions because it was so traumatizing for him. And, he was even holding back tears. It's horrible. Helping out the family. Oh, yes, Pat. Thank you for helping. No, you can't protect everything. For fuck's sake, I fell in the casino and my kneecaps, I still can't bend down and put pressure on my kneecaps because I'm assuming my bones are bruised. And so, I can imagine, I'm 49, Ed's 91 and a half, and he's, not as strong as I am. You guys keep writing. Yeah, I don't know, GSR. It's weird. Yeah, no, but you know, Kim, it's hard to not beat yourself up, you know, and yeah, and he's dealing with it today. You know, you can still see he's still feeling the aftermath of being right there, you know, and that's why I hugged him and I said, it's okay, you know, it wasn't your fault, and I'm sorry you're upset. And I just hugged him and he hugged me back, and I could tell he was a little choked up by that, but he needed it. You know, at the time I could see his eyes, and I can see, you know, the pain, the sadness, and he was scared. Because, you know, elderly falls are the worst thing, and you just never know what each fall is going to do. So, and I've watched all the videos, so now, oh, thanks, Sarah, welcome. Mom sometimes loses her temper. Sarah, it's so hard. One thing you have to remember, show your mom us. We're pretty real about the journey. We're pretty real about our emotional ups and downs throughout the day. Anger is normal. Frustration is normal, but it's just important to find the balance. And that's it. Yeah, Dan and Ed fell yesterday. So he posted the video. So those of you who watch Dan, it's there. He posted it already while he's working in court. Yeah. And that's the thing, right? You just hope so far, knock on anything that will give us the strength and Ed the strength to keep going. But luckily with every fall he's taken, he's, you know, like a tank, you know? He's like a tank. He just keeps on ticking. So, anywho, thank God for that. Yeah, very scary. So that's what you guys have. I'm sorry, but I thought it was really important. He asked the Zoom's opinion too, and they're like, no, I think it's pretty intense, but at the same time, people need to see it. People need to see how drastic things change, even right, you're right by the side. Yeah, Barbara, it's tough. It's a tough one. Especially now that I mentioned, if those of you who watched it noticed his eyes, hi Chis, noticed his eyes when he was on the ground. And if you haven't, now that I've talked about it, you're gonna see it, what I'm saying, if you haven't noticed. Yeah, so Dan, you remember last time he fell and there was a lot of blood, you start to panic, right? So he was feeling the same way, the nausea, because Dan goes from 0 to 5,000 really quick. His blood pressure spikes. And then the minute you start calming down, that's when you can pass out. So he was, you know, the adrenaline got him cleaned up, got his dad focused, and he was feeling, you can tell, he was so drenched. His shirt literally looked like he had jumped in a pool. That's how much sweat he was producing during that time. So, he said, he's like, I literally thought I was gonna pass out, but I couldn't because nobody was home, right? He tripped over his toe. He tripped over himself. He doesn't really typically trip over anything but his toes clipping the ground. So, thanks, Deidre. Everybody's okay. Just a little beat up. Ed's already forgotten, right? Except the shit he has on his hands. So it's funny because I went to make his bed and there's like blood everywhere. Because, you know, when he cuts himself in the middle of the night, you know, so I try to keep on top of keeping, especially when he has cuts. But I'm like, I'm going to let this one right out because he has so many abrasions right now. So I'm like, I really should. And I was like, nope, I'm not going to clean it because he's still bleeding. Hi, Tatiana. How are you? So fast. Yeah, his question. That's okay, Terry. How are you guys? Aside from that horrific fall, everybody's okay, other than being sore and Dan still panicked. But other than that, everything's fine. We're trudging along. We got a good call from my insurance subrogation team. And it looks like their numbers were pretty in line with what my contractor said for the next phase of the torment within my house. So that was kind of a good upper for the day, that it looks like they're not gonna screw me. Shit. Let's see, today's my Friday. Woohoo, Tabitha. Hi, Pat. That's okay, me too. 20 feet out of oh, Dan's home right now. Hold on, TikTok, I may lose you a little. There we go, help Dan some. I think he'll be fine when he sees his dad. Hi, Pepper, happy Wednesday. If I lose voice, just hold on. Yeah, what's this Ross Rosa mediocrity shit? I don't know what that is. You'll see him, he'll come say hi. He's in a suit, so you guys don't see that. Yeah, the Bluetooth's coming in. Hi, Rich Q. You got a girlfriend? Woohoo! I love it. Oh, God. We miss you too, Richie. Yeah. Well, called. Come here, so everybody's asking. They saw. All right, we hear Dan. Hold on a second. Stupid Bluetooth. I wish you could text me when. Hold on. You guys are gonna cut out for a minute. Give me like a warning. Pulling in.
I couldn't because you're online.
Yeah, but I would see your text coming through. So everybody is, of course, you posted your video.
Oh, people's on video.
Yeah, so people are like, oh my God.
So am I going to get on and say that?
Oh, you want to say something? All right.
I don't know.
I'll go pee while you go talk.
I'll go talk. All right. Ow, son of a bitch. So there's, look at that. It looks like, that's, I don't know how well you can see my injuries and my knees all screwed up. Good morning, everybody. Hey, Stacy. Yeah, the worst part was last night because I did not sleep one wink. I don't know if my dad did either because, you know, the pain would wake him up. And every time he wakes up, he thinks he has to go to the bathroom. So he's up and I had to get up, I mean, literally every 45 minutes and make sure he didn't remind him, first of all, why he's feeling pain. You know, he was worried about whether he had internal injuries and, you know, Dad, you fell, that's what it is. It was rough. And then, of course, I had court this morning, you know, it never fails, right? So on no sleep, I had to get up and drive all the way to court. And now I'm back. It's exhausting. No need to be sorry. It's life. It happens. Do you have extra ferns? No, ferns, I didn't have extra, but I'll survive. I'm sorry, I can't read those. We're going to do a live tonight, right? Because there'll be a lot of people that have questions. So we'll do a live tonight. Here she's back. You guys have a wonderful day. Did I at least win the case? Nothing. It was a total waste of time. I couldn't even get an offer because it was an arraignment and the DA didn't even have an offer. I was hoping to finish it today, but I got to go back on the 27th, which is the day, Monday after Thanksgiving. Ow. Is he up?
Yeah, he's at the table.
Does he know what the hell's going on?
He didn't ask. He just sat down, ate, didn't complain about anything.
He's great. I don't get it.
Anyhow. Yes, his video is posted on his account. Yes, on his account, D-Cell NorCal. Never been to Cincinnati. Hi, Chris. How are you? I was on my way home from getting my Botox in my jaw. Yep. Hi, Lynn. Thanks, Goodman. Hi, Claire. Hi, Elijah. So D-Sal NorCal. So if you look at my video, every video I post are real accounts. instead of the fake ones, you guys. So I always tag him and I tag my main account. Hi Fred, how are you? No, Mr. and Mrs. is not our account. You guys, again, the videos that we own, the accounts we tag in every video. So if you look at, when you see the description, you will see my main account, he tags Mark in it, and my third account. So all my accounts, 2 of them. Hi Penny, Ed Fell and Dan. Yes, Dan put the video up today, so it is there. It's live, so you can see it. You guys are Photoshop guaranteed. I'm sure, Kim. You know, shit. That's all I have to say is shit. It makes this job so hard, right? I couldn't sleep well. Dan didn't sleep because you worry that there's something more, you know, wrong. The fraudulent accounts are really, yes. So you typically can see the fraudulent accounts because they zoom in. They zoom in and take away all of Dan's writings, and I think they look fake. But sometimes they do some ones that even get me, and I look and I'm like, yep, fake, fake. They already posted the video. You mean the fraud one? Oh, it was not. Yeah, it was me. So if you're on, remember, if you're on my Mrs. D-Cell NorCal 3, I tag my main one. Oh shit, Kimberly. Rain, Claire, the accounts are going to be taken down soon. I hope so. GSR, it's so frustrating, you know? And that's what I was thinking about when I woke up. Aside from Grandpa and hoping that everything's fine, which for shit's sake is, you know, he's fine. I was thinking about, you know, some of the comments, you know, that I've been getting over the last couple days, and I was thinking about social media, and I was thinking about, you know, the things we have been talking about before I, you know, I always think about these things in my head, and there's got to be some better way. And, you know, I'm trying not to be one of those people that, you know, want to, you know, how other creators take comments and put them up and reply to them. But, you know, I've had a couple people accuse me of, you know, like yesterday on the lives, saying, oh, people don't talk bad about you. You're just a drama queen and, you know, whatever. But, you know, I'm not that person just to ignore. So I've thought about maybe taking a couple of really harsh, mean things and post them just so people can see how ruthless and ugly people can be. And I really think, you too, Penny, I really do think somehow, some way, the CEOs, the whole group of the teams to make, you know, things a better place for creators have to find a way to figure out something that is not, you know, so harmful to others. So, no, you guys, here's the thing you have to understand with Ed. He's got dementia. So I can go through, Dan could go through, and we could sit and explain the reasons of which, you know, he needs to use these things. Okay. But what's going to happen 2 minutes later, right? Well, guess what? He's going to forget. He's going to forget. He's not going to remember. If it's not something that's been in his long-term bank, he's not going to do it. Kane, he won't ever look for it. He doesn't look for signs. He doesn't look for things written. That's just not him. That's why letters don't work. Notes don't work anymore. His name on his door doesn't even work, you guys. It doesn't even work because he doesn't walk with his head up. He's never been observant like that. So it's really sad because, you know, you have these lives, right? And the lives show, like, sometimes like TikTok will filter out bad comments. Well, they should find a way to filter out the bad comments on these apps, these comments. Because, man, let me tell you, horrible shit that I get every day. And if I'm getting it, imagine how everybody else is getting it. Well, Jackie, it's not even admitting he knows something's wrong, right? He doesn't remember. He doesn't remember. So it's not, there's no easy solutions for this job in this thing. He doesn't remember. I mean, look at Mama Tot, yeah. Beer and cheese, beef and cheese. I was like, beer's good. So anyhow, I know, get mocked, and it's horrible. And so I would like to start doing making a day of like, well, I used to be able to pin the nasty comments, right, on my video. And then you guys would be able to, go in and beat them up a little bit, right? They took that away. So I feel like maybe once a week I'll do a pinning of the winner of the horrible comments. But I'm just one of those people, that are not saying anything. Then, no, fuck that. I'm tired of doing that. So that's just me. So I might become one of those people. I might become one of those people that make an example of the idiots. But you know what? I think it's fun. So it is, Ham, totally. I know. And I appreciate it because I see you guys sometimes, going in. If I don't always read the comments, or I'll stop it. Or if it's a video that's gone viral, it's really hard to keep up on it. Cobra King, by the way, Alex, remember Cobra King? Well, he went along on YouTube and he was just posting away. He was literally like all over my videos, calling me a grandma. He was just, because he was taken off of my live. So he just unfortunately went through and I left him there because he's an idiot. I know, Roger, it's hard. Why are my comments going away? Because that's what happens, Cindy. They move up and they go away. Yeah, so if you're really bored with your life, and bored at work, or just being procrastinators, go in and read the comments. Because you sometimes will giggle at some of the things and then be appalled and aghast at some of the other things that are said. Oh, Ham, I appreciate that. Marnie, I support everyone. Race, creed, sexual orientation doesn't matter. Color of skin do not matter. As long as you have a kind heart and are a lovable person, I like you. Nothing else is in the way. And for those people who hold things against anybody because of their color, sex, and what have you, are idiots. You get hate for your ginger hair. We had a guy on here, his name was Anthony, and we used to call him Ginger, and we would have fun with the redhead thing. But yeah, gingers are special. Own it. Be proud. Embrace the red. Look, I'm wearing orange today just for you. How did you know? I made ginger red. Oh, that's mean. Tabitha's ginger. So that's the thing, is that we had, when Anthony was like, we have a joke. So I have a joke. And so Anthony, we haven't seen him in a while, but my oldest, you're a strawberry blonde. That's okay. Technically, you're not a complete orange-haired woman, right? My daughter was born with kind of strawberry blonde hair too when she came out, and I was like, oh my God, I have a redhead. But it went to blonde. And that's okay. Really, as a redhead, I would walk around and I'd be like, bitches just be jealous because I got this different color hair. I need more drugs in order to go under for anesthesia. Ha! Booyah! Be proud of it. But here's the sad thing, is that, so Ed's mother was a redhead, and then eventually she dyed it to be red or orange. Why do they call it red? So it's okay. So Jennifer, my oldest, is petrified of redheaded children. She's like, I don't worry about redheaded people, but So my niece and nephew had these redheaded friends at one time, and when they were young, well, they still do, they're best friends, but they had this, they were kind of crazy. They mellowed out over the years. So Chucky's redhead, you know? Chucky didn't do justice for the redheads. Bye, Marnie. You've lost what your true natural color is. It happens. Yeah, it's so sad. People used to make fun of me for my mustache when I was little. People used to make fun of me for my big nostrils. Kids are mean. Kids are mean. I have big nostrils. What was I gonna do about it? Fine, I could have plucked my mustache, but I was fucking 10. I was 10. 10. Yes, it does, Fred. Good mix. Which wig I'm wearing. Shit. Just ruthless. But some of these kids who are bullies haven't grown out of it. And therefore, they're now trolls. Scared of Chucky as a kid. I know. Chantel, thank you. You're welcome. Mine's a little brown and getting more gray highlights every day. Well, welcome to the gray hair. We've got no more dark. We're going gray more and more. Every day I look in the mirror, I got another one. Corkscrew poking at my top of my head. Before you know it, my pubes are gonna be all gray as well as my head. It's gray hair. Welcome to the gray hair. Yeah, so the more you get here, has red hair and the guys were so mean in high school. It's so mad. People are so mean. Like, what makes people that mean? I mean, I remember doing some really crappy things as a kid, but I was being bullied. They make fun of me. They made fun of my fucking nose. What was I gonna do about it at 10? Nose job? For fuck's sake. Girl, I know, there is none, but when I get lazy, I get called ginger. I know, that's mean. Sometimes I get lazy and I get a couple frosted glimpses down there. So I know they're there. I used to have one. And now I see it's multiplied. They're like gremlins, right? Remember Gremlins, the movie? They got water, they multiplied. I think that's what's happening to my pubes. They're multiplying. I got grays, they're multiplying. Down in my pubes, oh yes they are. I started with 1, now there's about 5. It's electrifying. You better shave it off, so you have no proof. Nobody will know you got the grays down below. Better shave it off. You don't want people to know that you're aging down below. But it's true, oh yes it's true, I know it is. Shave it off. Woo-hoo-hoo. Honey, shave it off. If only we could do that to our heads. Jeez. Whatever. You gotta make fun. I'm not afraid to admit, you know, it is what it is. 1 hair, 2 hair, maybe 3 or 4. They're there. More hair between their head. That's so funny. About the stubble. What do people... So... You're not 15. My whole head is gray, no lie, and I'm only 15. If you're 15, you should not be on this channel. My gray is right around. Yeah, well, you know, I might just grow out the pubes just on principle to embrace. I know, Jazz. Beverly Hills is coming on tonight. Bum, bum, bum. So, hold on, remind me about that, because do you think what's her face is doing Erica? She looks way too skinny. I'm thinking they're all Ozempic out. Anywho, I'm gonna embrace the natural. I'm embracing my head, so why not let the pubes poof, right? Let them grow out. Enjoy the grays, embrace the poof, embrace it all. You know how much time that would save? No more shaving. It would be I mean, you just have to be, I don't think I could not shave my armpits though, but I don't know. I just don't want to poof out down below. Hi, Teresa. Who are you? I don't know. Who are you? Mowed it down. Yeah, too much. No, I couldn't do it. I don't want the poof. Because I tell you guys, you remember back in the day, you can always tell who didn't trim. So back in the day, I never shaved it, right? Because we didn't do that back then. We just took scissors. I lost connection on TikTok. I don't know why. Give me a minute. I don't know why. I lost you guys for a minute on TikTok, so just hold tight if it happens again. So back in the day, right, when we were little, did anybody know to shave? No. So what did we do? We had to trim it with scissors, and you had to be very careful because the little nip in certain areas would not have been good. And unfortunately, you learn by experience. Nobody told me to move my shit out of the way, to protect, to cover, and to be careful, right? I just remember going, why do those people look like that? Why are they stuffing? They're girls. They should not have a bulge like that, but they did. Then I looked down and I said, oh shit, so do I. I killed your innocence. It was the corn, Chrissy, that killed your innocence. It was the corn. So I started trimming, cut. And then I saw my mom come out of the shower one day, and I had been doing it for a while because I was told. And I was like, Mother, yes, daughter. What's going on down there? I mean, it was like the biggest afro I had ever seen. So big. The pubic afro. It was like total 70s bush. You know, poofy, tight, and wide. Poofy, tight, and wide. Hi, AV. And I said, Mama dearest, number one, the pubic hair should not go outside of the underwear. So we first needed, nobody told me, right? So then I was there teaching my mother, Mama, hell no, put your underwear on. She's like, well, I'm ready to, but you're interrupting me. So she put her underwear on and I said, see that? See that? No, ever should that happen. And where were you to tell me about that? I had to learn on my own. I had to get teased. And I knew when I saw those things come out my bikini line, I knew that wasn't appropriate. Where was your help? Where was your guidance? And why am I telling you to shave your shit? So she just laughed at me. Hold on, you guys. TikTok is going cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. TikTok must be having trouble today. TikTok must be having trouble because I'm on the in and out. So anywho, ever since that day, my mom never was like a big one to support the keep up of the bikini line, but she trimmed it. So at least I taught her something. You're welcome, Ma. I know TikTok is being a bitch. You got that right, Kim. So if it happens again, maybe I'll go in and come back out, find a different server because I'm good. My Wi-Fi's good. So anywho, if you see a poof, if you have a poof, y'all don't shave it if you don't want to, but you just gotta trim it because people look for those things. People look for those things. I remember about 10 years ago, no longer than that, probably 20 years ago, when we lived in our other house and we belonged to this racquetball club. So cool, right? I would never shower. I was too embarrassed to shower naked in front of women. I don't know why. I still would be. I don't know. It's just weird to me. But when I would go in and use the bathroom, I was always so amazed at the amount of women that would just sit there naked, talking to each other, leg up on the bench, full conversation, expressions, theatrics, and shit's just out there. Now, when I reflect back on that time, I think to myself, most of those women had a good amount of sweater growth down below. So, when they were talking with their legs up and, just bending over to pick shit up completely naked, there was no glimpse into anything within the woman, their body, because it was such a big, it's kind of like a parka, or one of those things that the Eskimos wear, the big furry hats. And I mean, no shame in their game, none. I was like, me, I already told you all that. I can't help but to look. I am weird. I'm like walking in like this. Oh my God, is she bending over? What in the love of, what? Oh shit, there's another one. Shit, her titties are down to her knees. Oh my God, what is happening? Is this what my body's gonna look like in 20 years? And I was tight at that time, right? This is me. I don't wanna look, but I'm looking. I can't help it. Do not take me to a strip club, y'all, because I'm looking. I get up on stage. I get close. Oh, she got a piercing. Hey, honey, did that hurt? What was the position in which you got that? Can I see it a little closer? That's me. That's me. Oh. Hey, wait a minute. Your anus is, quite clean looking. Honey, that's called bleaching. You bleached your anus? Oh. How did you do that? Did it hurt? That's me, right? That's me. Girl, are those real? No. Can I touch them? $20. All right. Ooh, you got the Bath and Body Works French vanilla on? I do, girl. I knew it. Keep it dancing. I love the smell. Yes. Chrissy, I sure as hell don't want to see mine, but I like to look if it's there on other people. I want to know that I'm, normal, not like from another planet, origin, mammal. I don't know. Sometimes I look at myself and I'm like, is this, well, all right, let's go to the strip club. Let me try to feel more normal. Saddle up, buttercup. And then I'm like, oh, what's that one? All right, feel good about myself now. Shit. Ooh, well I want mine to look like that. Well, how do you get that? Did you pay for any rejuvenation down there? No, honey. No kids yet. Oh, God. I'll see you. I'll take you in the back and show you what it looks like after 3, if you're curious. I'm not joking. I wish I was. So there was moments, and I think I told you about my friend that one time. And, she, they have different names for the hanging shit that comes out of our, can I touch them? Does it make sounds when you walk? Wind chimes. What's that sound? Oh, I get it. Mine are close, but not that close. Not that long. So a couple inches and they'll make that sound too. It's like a whistle. Lightly. A light come hither whistle. Yes, girl. It's my mating call. Okay. but I don't want that. I no, thank you. I just walk around my house, and apparently that's enough of a mating call from my husband. I mean, you saw that. You see my video today? Oh, well, let's shower together. What? I'm videoing, bruh. So I had to put it on because it was funny. But I'm telling you, I'm fascinated by the women's genitals, not my own. So my friend, we had this, well, mine are longer than yours type of a thing, you know? And I was like, well, I'm never gonna show you because I'm not that comfortable with my undercarriage, right? I'm not gonna just flap it out, roll it out, and say, there you go, you know? So, you know, we all say, no, mine's gotta be worse. She's like, girl, I birthed like 5 kids. I'm like, okay, well, maybe yours is gonna be worse, but it's out for discussion. So one day I wake up and I get a text, and I open up the text, and, well, what is that? I'm turning my phone, I'm turning my head, and then I was like, oh shit, she did not. She did. She did. She did. Literally, undercarriage, zoomed in shot. And then underneath it, she said, your turn. And I said, bitch. No way in hell. But, by the way, yours is worse. That's what I said. And it was worse. I was so excited, I couldn't hide it. Her butt flaps were hanging lower than mine, and I liked it. Oh yeah, I was so excited. You guys, that was the best win ever. Best win. Shit, I'm looking good. Woo, honey. Yeah. So, anywho. That was a small win for me. So I've had a couple of people in my life who've done the rejuvenations. One person did it. She regrets it. Said, hi, bye. Said she wished she never did it. It literally took away her whole... There are some bitches out there that like to show off that shit. This woman is crazy. No, Lisa, I mean, we all have the same amount of holes, right? We have the same parts, but some labias, minoras, are the inside, not the majoras, but the minoras tend to stretch out a bit. But some, you know, the top of the, you know, I don't know what I can say. The top of the oyster pearl, you know, some are out, some are in. There's different styles. So it's very interesting. The woman's body changes over time. So at that moment, it was a win because I didn't feel so abnormal. So I thanked her and said, thank you for making me feel better. You're welcome, Terry. Have fun. Naked attraction. Yes. So do they have the female version, Claire, or is that not acceptable? Any of you guys check out that, speaking of private parts, any of you check out that that show, Naked Attraction, in the UK, where the men are judged by their shabang-bongs and the shebang-bangs, and a woman has to eradicate you based on your privates, right? Yeah, did you? Were you dying? Were you zooming in like I was? Were you trying to make it bigger? I was. Some of those things I needed to see closer upper. Like how much skin is on that part, right? Like There's 5 inches of skin just dangling. Why do we have that? What is the necessity for that? Get the fuck rid of that shit. Yes, you have innies and outies on everything. I was trying to zoom in. You can't zoom in on YouTube. I was like, I can't. Where's my magnifying glass? Yeah. Well, you UK people, of course. Bye, Alex. They don't cut. There was only one show. I didn't watch all of the shows. So those of you, YouTube Jeb, Naked Attraction. But B, don't have kids around you. Don't have anybody that might judge you for seeing the male under shit, right? Because it's out for the whole show. 45 minutes, just straight penis. Can I say that? I don't think so. She said, hell no. It was on HBO. Shit. Bye, Liz. It's a show. Women choose the man by their package. Could you imagine? What if they were all uncut? Okay, sorry for those of you who aren't uncut, but can you get rid of all of them? I mean, no, and what the fuck? No. So, I think you automatically, I mean, do women, okay, maybe I know I'm gonna piss some people off. Have anybody had, and I heard it works the same, but it's just not as cute. I like to see the helmet. I like to see, the whole, head, the face. I like to see everything. They're ugly. I don't know. I can't do it, y'all. I cannot do it. I saw one once when I was like 5. I'll tell you the story. Yeah, I'd be spraying it with my hand sprayer, pull back. I don't know what's in there. Sather it up. Spit shine. Okay, so now I know there's a lot of people out there whatever. Parents' choice, religious, I don't know, whatever the fuck happens. Not for me. And I remember I screamed. Flash. Spit shine. You can't shine that shit up. I wasn't gonna go there, GSR. Shit. I wasn't gonna go there. But I guess no, GSR. Oh, I can't even push it there. I wasn't gonna go there. For principles of, well, Dan did it. Shit. I know. Okay. So let me finish my story before GSR got me going on a fucking, an area in the UK I wasn't gonna talk about. Teeth. I wasn't even gonna go there for you UKians. I wasn't gonna go there with the men and their teeth. But now, we know it's not only the teeth in the UK. It's the fucking sweaters, the turtlenecks that are hanging off. For fuck's sake. GSR, your fault. I wasn't gonna do it. That was her fault. I did not want to do it. Ew. I would never eat my placenta. It's cold there. I need to protect the head from the warmth. I mean the cold. That can get frostbite over there. It'll look disheveled, withered, purple. Yeah, no. Shit. I can't, GSR. She fucked this whole thing up. I wasn't, I was gonna make an analogy the other day when we were talking. Oh, Lizzie, I'm glad. Not about the pain, but that you're here. I was really gonna make an analogy the other day, but I was like, Danielle, that's taking it too far, so I didn't do it. But fucking GSR came on and busted the UKians out. Well, not only do we need to see the nether regions, but we gotta make sure their teeth are good. Not only in the UK do they have buck teeth, apparently the wide population of men in the UK have large turtlenecks. I wasn't even pushing around it. I wasn't even pushing around the bush. I didn't even bring up the teeth. For fuck's sake, GSR. Oh, I can't. So let me get back to my story before GSR just threw it all out there. You women in the UK, we love you. It's fine. Some of y'all I see get dentistry, but as far as the cutting, the non-cut beliefs, okay, I just couldn't do it. I would get the fuck. So I remember, I've told this story before. I grew up in an apartment complex, and I was a latchkey kid. And so we had this house, as some of you might remember it. I don't get it either. Fuck, I would run. I don't think I can do it. I don't care if your teeth were straight and you had a cute face. If that was uncut, I'd be out. I don't think I can do it. So I remember, you remember Doctor? When you were younger, you played Doctor. I'll show you yours, you show me mine. Well, there was a group of us, and we were taking turns around the corner of this haunted house. And I said, all right, I'll show you yours if you show me mine. And I said, you first. Well, that fucker threw that thing out. And I said, what the hell is that? And he looked at me, I looked at it again, and I ran off screaming. So that was my first and only experience with a live turtleneck. Hell no. I would have sent them all back too. So I'm saying, like, if I was on the show, I would specifically say, if you have turtleneck men being shown, I will not choose the love of my life, because that is an absolute no. I just don't like it. It's traumatic. So it is what it is. You never play doctor? Well, all right. Am I weird? Anybody else play doctor, or was it just me and my weirdness? Was I horny? I don't know. I don't think so. I could have been. I just was curious. And they said it. I never said, I still do. Dan wishes I played doctor with him. Can I see that? Oh yeah, never mind. I've already seen it. And he married the one you did. Good for you. I played. Could you imagine doing that now as an adult? Like meeting somebody and being like, you want to play doctor? I mean, it's different, right? It's different. Yeah, no, but as an adult, if you don't want your ego crushed, don't ask me to play doctor with you. I played spin the bottle too. And that was just kissing. And it wasn't even French kissing. You know what I mean? Like, it wasn't even French kissing. Such a disappointment. It was just like a peck, a long peck. That was so bleh. Is circumcision banned for some religions? I think so. I think it's just like a cultural belief and a personal belief. I don't know, but yeah, could you remember if if I can't imagine, won't play doctor? Show me yours. I'll show mine, but you go first. Not only could turtleneck weather, sweater weather send me running, but if it was a, anaconda, I'd be running too. I like my guys kind of average, maybe a little above average, but see? Yes, Chris. I mean, is it just unattractive? I mean, like, what happens, Chris, if you are starting to get, is it a question you get out of the way? Like, at first you say, hey, what's up with are you cut? Or you got some extra skin down there? What do you do? Like, I never thought about, like if I were single in today's day and age, how would I, or do you just wait and see? Like, yeah, I just got a call. I gotta go. How do you do that? How do you slip out without being a complete asshole? Like, oh shit. Okay, what's going on down there? I'm not quite sure that fits within my spectrum extra skin in my orifice. There's no room for that extra shit. What do you say? What do you do? I'm just asking. Like, how do you get? Yeah, Danielle would be like, oh, you okay, Danielle? I don't. I gotta go. No. I can't. It does eventually come out, Debbie. It doesn't stay hidden. It's like a turtle, you know? It tucks in and it pokes out. How would you bring it out? How would you? I want to know, has anybody been in that circumstance where, you know, you see it and it's either too big and you're like, where does that go? Do you expect that all to fit? Does it work? Is that the true size, or does it get bigger? There's a mechanical problem. I don't think it'll fit. Just the tip, maybe. So what happens? You know, shit. Get me the fuck out. Let alone the extra skin. There's no. Where's that? When's the last time you pulled back and scrubbed it? Can I see the underside to make sure there's no crusties? There's no smells? No! Y'all! No! Out! Get the fuck out. And you know you pull that shit back, and there's gotta be film. Have you ever dug in your... Now, I'm not a belly button cleaner quite frequently. So once in an occasion, I'll peruse the belly button and you pop that shit out and you're like, what the fuck? Where's that hiding? Could you imagine if you ain't pulling back and digging in, that shit ain't clean. It's not clean. It's like the really obese people. This is what I envision in my head. Now, I could be wrong, but you know, like, I'm talking about 600 pounds plus, you know? You watch Tammy and Amy, you know, there are smells that leak from under the folds. If you don't get up in there, scrub them, and let them dry out, guess what happens? Shit starts smelling. Bacteria grows in the folds. Gunk. No. Cheese, Chrissy. Yes, cheese. So, no. And I guarantee you, there are men walking around with those extra long turtlenecks and they don't clean well enough. Bye, GSR. And fuck you. You know, somebody's walking down the street and they have, you know, like, looks really cute, and you're talking to them and you're like, well, it's kind of like me with Dan, you know, kind of like me and Dan. I'm like, remember, I've been smelling that smell, right? It was his fucking shoes. Shoes. Swaif it. I'm like, I know you're clean and I know you don't smell like this, but something is not right. There is something growing somewhere. And he doesn't have a turtleneck. So it wasn't that. But that's the thing. There are odors. Bitches, get the fuck out. And for sure, Cam, that shit's not going in my mouth. That's how it tastes, kind of. Do you have any water? What the hell is that? Ah! No! Get the fuck out. His new shoes are coming today. Shit. And I have friends that have big old titties. And they get the yeast under those things because they're so big and they get sweaty. And then you get rashes. And it stinks and it hurts and it itches. Y'all! Bacteria! Not the mouth. the last time you bathed? My mouth ain't going anywhere. If you smell something, Sylvie, and you got big old knockers, check underneath them. Ooh, honey. No, I wouldn't do well in the dating world. I mean, I'm honestly telling you the God's honest truth. This face says it all. So, no. So I couldn't imagine even trying to be as respectful as I could. Saving her for the Xmas tree. Yeah. Are you going over to your in-laws' house? Well, guess what? Save the cheese. If there, forget it. And that's what scares me about you guys, our thing, right? Our special love canal. You know, our special love canal is dark, it's cavernous, it's moist. Well, most of us are moist. And it breeds bacteria. How do we not have more infections? That's what I want to know. How do we not have more infections? Except your love canal. How do we, it's a self-cleaning oven, you're right. It cleans itself. Could you imagine? Ooh, bacteria alert. Bacterial exceeded over 10. Must turn on the active pH sanitizing system. You are cooking. Give me a minute. Yeah. Hi, Sunday morning, how are you? I know, because we're clean. And you know, we're not supposed to soap it up, right? You know, I see these women like going in and, you know, scrub-a-dub-a-dubbing. You're not supposed to. Oh my God, Donnie, my son has the worst smell. Those fucking feet. He walks around like Dan. And, honey, you ever want a girlfriend? You must really do something about that smell. Because even though you smell good from the ankle up, the ankle down is a killer. It's not okay. So it happens, y'all. I'm just trying to help in those wet boots. Oh, sweat. Like Dan said, well, you bought me these shoes. I said, yeah, I bought you the shoes, but your feet are the ones fucking stinking them up. And he's got like holes on the sides. He's like, I'm like, what do you do when you're out there? You remember how our boys, those of us who had little boys, and we'd buy them new pairs of shoes, and then like one day on the play yard, and they looked like they were months old. And I would come home and I would be so pissed. Like, what the fuck are you doing? Are you dragging your fucking feet all over the play yard? What are you doing? Why do you have a hole in those shoes already? I just bought them for you. This is your first 8 hours in these shoes. So then I said, fuck this shit. I ain't buying $60 shoes for my cute little boy. Payless shoe stores, here we come, because there's no fucking difference. You tear them up in 2 days. Well, fuck. I didn't really, but I would buy him shoes on sale. I thought my trade is first day shit. So it's really funny because my nephew is doing the same thing, and his mom will call me and she'll be like, the fuck? Don't judge when you see my kid, because I'm always giving her shit. You know, because I'm like, what the hell are you dressing your kids in? Be better, Rocky. Be better. And she's like, so she's always paranoid. She's always like, girl, these were brand new shoes, just so you know. So wore them one day. His fucking shoelaces were ripped. Ugh, it was horrible. She's like, I can't with this kid. I said, well, I get it. I've been there, done that. And yeah, it's a pisser. And, you know, brand new sweats, holes. First day home. Holes, 2 knees, you know? Who knew I had a fucking mouth? Oh, Travis, my mouth is fucking dirty as shit. It's dirty, it's filthy, and it's a fucking truck driver cussing. Do all truck drivers cuss? You know, here's another one. Oh, carpool with football. How about soccer cleats? Mother of God, who knew girls can stink as bad as they did? Shin guards, y'all. Cleats! For the love of God! Y'all, I've been through some smells. One will never be able to explain the shit. And the recent smell is those of my son's shoes and my husband's. So they are going. I'm actually going to keep, you know what I think I'm going to do? I'm going to use that as torture devices. You know, somebody pisses me off, I'm going to put that shoe somewhere. I'm going to let it be, and I'm going to let it fester. And people aren't going to know. They're going to think there's a dead rat or some dead animal in their house. And I'm just going to sit back and giggle. I think that's what I'm doing. Bryn. I'm just fucked up, Bryn. That's it. So my mama's family was nasty. My dad's family is nasty. Salingers, no, they aren't. They're very, they're just not that way. They're not my way. Yeah, so I remember when that fucking Lena told me I was less than tidy. Andrew's shoes, we left those behind. And, well, I hid them. Moist, I hate moist, but I use it a lot because it's an accurate description with some things. His shoes were moist, well, I left those in her house. I did. I said, well, fucking less than tidy bitch, here's what I think about that. And I hid his shoes, one in one end and one in the other. Find that one. I think you've got a mouse infestation because there's a dead body odor lurking in both sides of your house. So, what shoes? So the other day I was walking in my door. Now, my garage is a shit show because of all this construction that's happening. So I can't, it's just close your eyes and walk in. Well, I kept smelling the smell. It was fucking Andrew's boots. I picked those fuckers up and I was like, oh my God. So I have Gold Bond out here and I have sunscreen and I have off. And what else do I have? Off, sunscreen, Gold Bond, and Lysol in Windex. Bitch, I threw all those things in that shoe. I did. I threw off. Well, I first started with Gold Bond. And then I sprayed some sunscreen in it. Then I did the off. And then I did the fucking Windex to boot. I don't care. It just something needed to be done. That's how bad it was. And you think I'm joking. I will show you where it all is. It's right there. The off, the Gold Bond, and the sunscreen, and the Windex is right there. Because I just was, you know how they say when you mix chemicals together, don't do it, you know, like when you're cleaning. Well, I was just kind of hoping some chemical reaction was going to occur in those shoes and either disinfect them or blow them up. Just, I don't know. That's how bad the smell was Sunday morning. And not one thing ever works. So just saying, I'll show you. Because I know some of you are like, right, I don't lie. Some things I do, but I admit it when I do. But seriously, it's right by my door, right by the boot rack. And yeah. So I try. I don't smell the smell anymore, honestly. So maybe it works. No, his boots, you can't. And Torbex, you think I want to put that fucking smell in my washing machine? Girl. You know it's true. Hell no. It's like when you leave onion in the refrigerator uncovered and you've got other things that absorb it. I already have enough issues with mold growth in your washing machine. I keep everything open. I ain't sticking that shit. That would probably explode my washing machine. Plus they're leather boots and you can't do that. But here's the thing. Alternate your boots. Alternate your shoes. I told Dan, I said, you have 2 fucking pairs of shoes coming today. 2. Which means that you don't wear the same ones for the whole, 3 months you got them. You alternate between the 2. So they last longer, number one. At least the mosquitoes won't bite his feet. And at least his UV rays will be protected. The toes and the feet. you guys, I wish there was something called smell-o-vision, because I would literally, I mean, those of you who have been, yeah, I don't know. Andrew literally walks in the house. You guys, if you've been on lives, you've seen us at night. Dan will literally walk in, take his boots off. He never brings them inside, but his socks, like he leaves footprints when he walks in because his feet are so wet, moist. And those footprints take about 45 minutes to dissipate once they've touched my floor. And with each step he takes, there's an odor that permeates from the tile, the carpet, and the fucking new laminate floors that I have. You can see the smoke coming off of my floors. It takes about 45 minutes per step. I'm serious. And it's what's really weird, Debbie, is it goes, dryer sheets don't even, Jennifer, I'm talking about a smell like no other smell. I've done it all. He's rotten. A new kid, you're shit. New laminate, yes, but not where Andrew steps. It's not wet dog smell. I would take wet dog over Andrew's feet smells. It's his hormones. It's got to be. So every time, maybe it's his kidneys. Maybe that's a sign that his kidneys are not functioning right. So his feet, he goes in orders. I don't know, orders. This is orders. He goes in waves where he's really stinky, and then his feet smell fine, and then he's really stinky. I told you about the story, did I not? Throw them away, Lori. Why the fuck do you still have them? If you're telling me your fucking leather flip-flops stink, throw them out. You're female. That shit should not happen. Fuck. Hi, Anna. Thank you. So bad. That's also a deal breaker. Turtleneck, out. Big unit, nope. And stinky feet. Yeah, something's off. I told him he's gonna have to start soaking his feet in bleach. So, ooh, that smell. Unimaginable. And I'm just gonna show you, because I know some of you don't believe me, so I'll show you just because, I like to prove people wrong. And you think I'm lying. Off Gold's Bonds sunscreen. Windex. These were the boots in question. See the Gold Bond in it? Smell like new. Bitches, I'm onto something. Smells like, did you see me look. Those things, I couldn't do that. I didn't even need to get that close to be able to smell them. So, just so you know, I have a new method to my madness. Between the toes, yeah. I thought we were done with it, and then he came in the other day during a live, and me and Dan were like, what the fuck, man? Take off your fucking socks. Throw them away. I mean, this is not cool. I mean, we're old. We could die of, inhalation. Stank inhalation. Do I sweat? I do. I've got a little, I was going to use the word moist again. Not too much. It's cold here today. So I am a little sweaty though. My jaw bra is, I'm just walking over here to get my water. My jaw bra is a little moist. Oh God. Oy! Simple fix. 3 items. Yeah. So, in other news, I had my first PT appointment for my jaw. So it was a visual appointment, and next week I go in physically to have it assessed and manipulated, and I'm scared. So she was like, girl, tell me your symptoms. Tell me what is going on with you. And I told her about how I've been getting Botox for the last 2 years. And she said, that's great. And she said, but we're kind of blanketing. we're kind of blanketing the situation, right? By just doing that, we're not kind of getting into the source, the root of the problem. And so, I've never done the PT because I thought it was just going to be a waste of time, but I'm really, 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 really excited. So, and then eventually I go on to the head and neck doctor. And in that case, if I can get into them, sometimes they believe your case is bad enough. They give you Botox in your neck, inside your mouth, and they do all those things while you're in PT. So that's my ultimate goal, because then hopefully I won't have to pay as much as I do for, just going into my dentist and having it done. So that's promising. But like even I waited a week extra, actually 2 weeks. I was like, no, I'll just try to get through with it. But I was in so much pain, but I wanted to wait till I had my appointment, because what if she said, no, I don't want you to get your Botox. Well, let's work through it. But no, she said, get your Botox, stay on top of your regime, because until we really work with you, we need to be able to, get through the issue without pain. And who wants pain anyway? So I'm excited. So she did this custom exercise thing for me to do, which really starts with low. We always think when we have TMJ, you start high and work down. And she was like, no, we start low and then we work up, because that allows everything to drain and to go where it needs to go. So she was asking me, I'm like, my glands are always swollen, my shoulders, my neck hurts. And she's just shaking her head. She's like, girl. She goes, you're in the right place. So I'm so excited. PT is physical therapy. I was going to say personal training. Not that. Physical therapy. So TMJ. TMJ is a jaw problem where your jaw locks up. Some people can't open their mouth when it gets too tight. Some people get really bad headaches. Some people feel like they have ear pain. Some people feel like they have teeth problems. So mine is more ear and teeth. Like my teeth start hurting, and I feel like I have a toothache, which is not really, it's just the nerves that are affected, and my glands swell in my neck. My glands are always swollen. They go up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down. And she goes, girl, that's from your congestion. You're not draining. So everything just stays in here, and with your inflammation, everything, it's making it worse. So she goes, I'll help you. Yes, so A. Wilson, I believe. Botox helps us it. It helps us it. And the PT and yoga or whatever. So I can't wait to let you know about that. Plus she wants me to start doing, oh, Clara, I remember, I've got the English people here. Turtlenecks and teeth, I remember. Anywho, in Naked Attraction. So I'm going to look today. So the cupping, she said, is good too, right? Yes, temporal mandibular joint dysfunction. And I'm majorly dysfunctional, so that goes along with my whole person. So, this helps open up my chest. So it's really important. The first step is opening up your chest. And you'll notice that I roll forward, which is part of the bad alignment. So anyhow, I'm excited. I'm very excited. So I'm going to download. It's an app, and it walks me through my exercises, and I'm so fucking amazing. And so they said for any of you so far who have TMJ, when you feel it, put your tongue to the top of your mouth for 5 seconds. And do it 5 times. And you do it about 5 times a day. So anytime you're driving, anytime you feel the stress, you immediately stop. 5 seconds, do it for 5 times, and that stretches out the muscles, right? So that's the first thing she gave me, and she goes, and everything else you'll get. So, and yes, and so she said too, what she does is when she's driving, the things, and so we have to understand, yeah, I'm serious. TMJ is bad. It really throws me in a loop, and a lot of my issues are from my TMJ because I suffer from here and here, and when I'm out of balance, it's horrible. And I have a night guard too, so I'll share with you, let me pay for it, and I'll tell you how to do it. But everybody's is different. But I'm really excited because I'm just tired of being in pain. I'm so busy and I'm so stressed all the time that it doesn't help the situation any, and it almost makes it worse. So I don't have lockjaw, but they say that's part of it. I can open my mouth, and some people can't when they're so tense. They can't open it. Or, other things happen. They get dizzy. I mean, it's just so many things. And I'm like, oh my God, that's me. So I'm excited. I have a lot to do today, and I can't wait to hit my PT starting before I go next week. Next week's going to be god awful because, they manipulate inside your mouth. And I had a chiropractor one time. Yes, your dizziness could be from TMJ. And, your whole equilibrium changes too, because when you have all that inflammation, I heard her scream. When you have all that inflammation and things don't drain right, all your lymph nodes and everything are clogged. Yeah, it kind of makes you all weird. 3 days so far in the face cream. And so here's my skepticism on the face cream. So all these people that swear by it, right? Claim they saw amazing results, right? I have not seen amazing results, so I'm still waiting. So we'll see what happens. Stay tuned. Yeah, I don't know. Dan's in there, so no, I'm not going to jump to it. I'll figure it out. It could have been Paul too. Paul Senior's here, so sounded more like a him, not a Dan. Yeah, and he's painting, so my luck, somebody knocked over the paint or something like that. Just a little bit of cleaning to do. Fuck. So anyhow, some excitements here today, this week. So, anyhow, let me finish this and then I'm going to go. I got shit to do. I got PT to do for my jaw, my muscles, my posture. Posture is horrible, you guys. Deep breaths every time you feel something. Just remember to breathe. That's all she said. Sometimes, people, OCD, we're just to the point, driving. We should know what our triggers are at that point. And that's when it's important to take the deep breath, inhale and exhale. Put your shoulders back, make sure everybody's stretched out, your neck's up, and tits out. They say titties out. That's when you stick your tits out, guess what? Everything goes back. Yeah, the cupping helps too, so I'm excited, but it hurts. These are only 8 pounds, so I just do these for a little bit of just accessory work because I'm not in the mood to do. I'm a little sore still, so I don't want to overdo it, So anyhow, remember, we have a live tonight. Remember, you guys are important. You matter. Your feelings are just that, yours. They're yours. Don't tell people and allow people to tell you how to feel because they don't know. They're not you. We're all our own individuals. Remember, when caring for loved ones, it's okay. Do the best you can. That is enough. Also, just remember boundaries are also important. Say no once in a while and take the time for yourself. Today is Wednesday. If you want to hump, you can, but just ask for permission before. That's it. So if you're around tonight, we'll see you there. If not, well, I'll see you tomorrow morning. I love you guys and have a great day. Hope you enjoyed the laughter because really that is my biggest thing for you guys is laughing because a little bit of laughter goes a long way for the day. Stressed, irritated, frustrated, sad, sometimes just changing the facial expressions on our face and being able to laugh helps us. So love you. Have a good day. And Abby's dad, gosh, girl, I have faith that you two can be happy one day. Sorry, a little bit of a trouble on the way out, so I just had to address that. It's been kind of a quiet day, so I needed to, feel a little spicy. Anyhow, bye.